This is a bill that you should be familiar with. We had it through this committee last year, and this is the bill that deals with the definition of misconduct as it relates to unemployment insurance reform. Like I said, the bill passed out last year. We tried to override the governor's veto. We came up too short. This bill has changed a little bit based on the veto letter and a letter from the U.S. Department of Labor. Again, the reason we need this bill is currently there are people filing unemployment benefits that are getting them that have done things like steal things from the employer on camera and then get unemployment benefits. Those type of situations, I could bring up more if you wanted to, but that's why we're doing this. The definition has been eroded through the courts and the judges over time, and this is just going to try to confirm that we think that when an employee does something wrong and the employer has a right to fire them for misconduct, and they shouldn't have to pay unemployment benefits.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Tracy King here representing the Missouri Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We'd like to go on record in support of the bill. We've been working with Senator Krause now for 3 years on trying to put some reforms in place in our unemployment insurance system. And we believe that this is a great start and a good piece of those reforms. A couple of years ago, I took a year's worth of unemployment decision, and it was a stack this big, and I went through, and what I found is that if many of those actually were awarded unemployment benefits, and those that weren't, if they did appeal, then at some point during the process, they would win the appeal. And there were a lot of egregious activities that were happening at the workplace to where the employers lost in the case, and employees were not denied unemployment based on misconduct. And there's several of those examples I think I've shared with you last year. And so we believe this goes a long way to try to fix the issue. The Unemployment Insurance Trust Fund is paid 100% by the employers. Missouri employers pay into that fund. And several years ago, we began borrowing money in order to pay the benefits. It was estimated that employers were going to have to pay about $2 billion in loss of food or tax credits, which is a penalty that the federal government extends to employers in order to pay back the debt. This year, we believe that amount is going to be $84 per employee, which would be $186 million in 1 year alone. So if we have $1, if we owe the federal government $1, employers pay that the whole year out. If we don't ask for a waiver, that we should ask for, and I've talked to the department, they're going to ask for it, but if for some reason we're denied the waiver, that penalty increases to $196 per employee, so that's $430 million that employers will pay in 2015. So we think it's critical that we put some reforms in place and to shore up the Unemployment Trust Fund. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.